you doing today, guys? It's Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things nerdy through a common sense lens. And boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, to the Naruto fans out there, I hear you, I see you, and I appreciate you. Your passion for this IP has gone bounds and made it one of the most popular franchises in the world, hands down, bar none. There isn't a single con you can go to, there isn't a single nerd store you can go to where you won't find you some Naruto merch or somebody dressed up as a Naruto cosplayer out there, and it's one of those things I absolutely love. Now, this was a show I had a lot of my friends, an anime I had a lot of my friends recommend to me time and over again, and I finally tried to get into it, and I tried to watch it. I watched like the first 3 episodes, and it was just something that I could not get into. The main protagonist absolutely drove me insane and was so annoying, and I could not get into it in any way, shape, or form. So, the question you may ask, nerd, why are you doing a video over Naruto then if you don't care about it, if you're not interested in it? Because one thing I do care about more than anything else at the end of the day, boys and girls, is the fans, and the fans being respected and treated right and seeing their source material and their beloved IPs respected and giving them what they want. And of course, if there is a situation out there where you Naruto fans have something you should be worried about, that it looks like there's going to be something out that's going to end up being a disastrous dumpster fire, I will do my best to cover it, and that's exactly what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, because mind you, this is rumor mill. This is strictly a one of them situations that is I heard from a friend of an inside source kind of situation. But CosmicBook.News' Matt McGloin has had a very, very good track record of the scoops he gets out of San Diego Comic-Con and all the friends he has out there, and they have been very reliable in the past. He was spot on about all of the stuff going on with Warner Brothers and the Batgirl movie, and it turns out, well, we'll find out if he ends up being right about this as well. But like I said, the guy's got a good track record, and that's exactly why we are going to cover this. So all you Naruto fans out there, be warned right now, this live-action adaptation is looking like it's going to be a pile of hot garbage, and we have all the details right here in this article from CosmicBook.News. So we're going to get into this article and give you all of the juicy details, but before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe and or follow if you have not already, because boys and girls, we are inching our way closer and closer to 1,000, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below, letting us know what you think about this, whether or not you think this rumor is going to be true, and whether or not it would surprise you, or if you're a Naruto fan out there still holding out hope. So exclusive, Naruto movie, a complete disaster. Dragon Ball Evolution all over again. And as a guy that is a fan of the Dragon Ball series and Dragon Ball Z, and I've got my kids on it, and I enjoy some of the super stuff as well, trust me, I didn't even bother watching that abomination, and all I needed to see was the poster. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how the poster comes out for this live-action Naruto, if it ends up being all true all over again. So anime insiders aren't happy with what Lionsgate and Destin Daniel Cretton are doing with the live-action film. While at Comic-Con, I've been told that the live-action Naruto movie in development at Lionsgate with Destin Daniel Cretton is a complete disaster, ladies and gentlemen. I'm told it's on the level of Dragon Ball Evolution, or even as bad as what Lionsgate is doing with the Crow reboot. Now, obviously, I don't even need to pull up the audience score to show you how bad Dragon Ball Evolution did with the audiences, or do I need to bring up the scores at the box office and how pathetically it did? This was something that no one wanted, nobody had any desire to see, and is now nothing more than it's looked back and mocked and ridiculed as something so abysmally bad that it's even not even good enough to watch as a bad B-rate adaptation. It's something that has been absolutely lambasted by critics and fans all alike. The Dragon Ball Evolution was an abomination, and The Crow is once again another reboot that nobody asked for, nobody wanted, and instead of telling an original story inside the Crow universe, which you completely have totally done, you instead decide to remake the classic story of Eric Draven and Shelley and what happened with them and their love and everything else. And yeah, no, instead, boys and girls, they decided to do this. And so we're looking like Lionsgate is finding themselves a track record of making absolute abominations of not only remakes, but adaptations as well. And it looks like Naruto is next on their chopping block. My hat's off, and my apologies to all of the Naruto fans out there. I feel for you, boys and girls. So what I am told is those who are working on Naruto don't have a clue in the world. It's so bad that those working on the movie don't even know who the villains of the characters are, yet they're developing the movie. Once again, placing something in the hands of people that don't understand, don't know, and don't respect the source material. It's the same thing with Halo. It's the same thing with Lord of the Rings. It's the same thing with so many other IPs out there we have seen destroyed and devastated by people who get involved with them and have no desire to understand the source material and only have a desire to reshape it in their own personal image. It's almost like they're trying to be like God. It's almost like we've heard this story before. And what was the lesson learned from that? Oh, yes, it fails every single time over and over again. You simply will never do a good job of reinterpreting or reimagining anything because you don't respect the source material. So literally, I'm told, and it's in a similar fashion to that of Dragon Ball Evolution, where they're just developing Naruto to take advantage of the built-in audience, but don't know anything about the IP and don't respect the source material or the fans. Which, of course, some people out there will say, well, you can't adapt anime to live action. It's just not done well. I would give you the One Piece live action adaptation, who its own creator, Oda, said that he feels that now is the time to do this because the technology has finally got there. But that's because Oda literally had a stranglehold on his IP, and Netflix was not allowed to do anything, even design a costume, without his actual approval on things. So, boys and girls, this is just it's very much similar to what we see with IDW and their crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Naruto that's going on right now. It's a cash grab, and don't be a sucker for it, Naruto fans. That's why I'm making this video, so that way you don't end up being sucker for another just simple cash grab like what so many of these other adaptations have been in the past. They don't come with fans. They don't come from people with pride and love for the source material. They come from people looking for a quick buck because the marketing team told them that Naruto was the new hot trendy thing. Well, how's that worked out with everything else the marketing team told you was going to be a hot new trendy thing? Yeah, ask Disney about their box office after all. In the announcement in February, Naruto creator Masuki Kishimoto signed off on the project. Probably got a fat paycheck to do so. Well, that's exactly what happened with Dragon Ball Evolution. It's thought that the studio behind Dragon Ball Evolution, Fox, fed Akira Toriyama a line of bullshit. What ended up happening is that Akira Toriyama came out of retirement to save the franchise. Yes, he did. Dragon Ball Evolution bombed at the box office with $55.7 million. The Rotten Tomato score is at a 14%. The audience score is a 19%. Well, look at that. Thank you, Cosmic Book News, for bringing up the numbers I didn't even need to. My insiders, who are huge fans of the anime, told me that about the Naruto movie. They don't give a shit about the source material. The fans don't want to see their favorite anime characters get butchered by another Hollywood studio. It's happened too many times. And amen to that. I have said it once, I'll say it again. We, our fans, are far beyond once burned, twice shy. No one trusts this stuff. No one trusts anything coming out of Hollywood. They know you burned us so many times in the past. You don't care about the source material, and ergo, you don't care about the fans. And at the end of the day, the fans are your customers. They're the ones who pay your bills. And you think we're just a bunch of idiot nerds, geeks, or in this case, maybe weebs, anime fans, manga fans. You think we're a bunch of idiot nerds who will just lap up and take whatever it is because you slap the name of our favorite IP on there. Well, guess what, boys and girls? As always, nerds and geeks are going to teach you another lesson. How many times do we have to keep teaching you this lesson, old man? Listen up, Hollywood. This is what happens is going to fail to you every single time. The fans have been and always will be smarter than you. And until you learn your lesson of hiring fans and people that love the source material, or at least who are willing to do the work and dig into it, unlike the people behind Halo who said they intentionally avoided the video games and the books, and clearly like these people are doing with Naruto, who know absolutely nothing about it other than the fact that it's a super popular IP and franchise. Well, guess what? I'll openly admit I don't know dick about Naruto other than what all of my friends trying to con me into watching this show have told me. But what I do know is that Hollywood doesn't respect the fans. They don't, and they have never. They think you're a bunch of mindless idiots, and guess what? I know Naruto nerds and geeks are no different than Marvel geeks, are no different than DC fans, and are no different than name your other favorite franchise IP. You are smart, you are passionate, and you are not going to put up with this BS. So spread the word. Tell your friends. Let all the rest of the Naruto fans out there and all your source material, all your message blogs, on your social medias, everywhere out there, you let them know exactly what is coming with this Naruto movie, so they will not be fooled and they will not be tricked by a bunch of BS Hollywood marketing assholes who want to try to bastardize and abuse your IP for their own pocketbook. Well, guess what? The fans and the audience and civilization as a whole, and especially the culture, has figured out your game, and we ain't buying it. So go ahead, waste your hundreds of millions of dollars buying the rights, lie to these creators all you want, because at the end of the day, the fans know the truth, and we will make sure this one simple statement that I say all the time is true over and over again, because history doesn't just repeat itself, it also rhymes. Make the fans happy and we'll make you rich. Piss us off, screw us over, and disrespect what we love, and we'll sit back, mock, ridicule, and laugh at you while you burn down to the ground. Guess what, Lionsgate? It looks like the same's going to be true for your Naruto live-action movie. I can't wait to report on the box office disastrous dumpster fire that it will be. And guess what? You did it to yourself.